Hi everyone, Adrienne Everheart with you. I was just getting ready for bed. I'm coming to you live from my workout room slash my little art room. And I realized I had not done a Facebook Live for tonight. So I just want to say hello to everyone if you're just tuning in. And I want to talk about a really important subject, what can make you very attractive to men and how to do this quickly, how to become very attractive to men without having to dress really provocatively or make some big changes or anything like that. And I talk a lot about your feminine vibe, and your feminine vibe is authentic, it's natural, it's nothing forced. So, as it is close to bedtime here on the East Coast, I wanted to just talk a little bit about a bedtime ritual that you can do that will really help boost your attractiveness with men. Now, I have a program called the ABCs to Get Him Back, which is a program that I developed, which helps you reunite with a man that you have lost. Now, it could also be called the ABCs to Get Him, meaning whatever man you really desire, because what I teach you is how to just authentically connect to your feminine energy. I also teach a method of reestablishing contact with the man that you desire. But what I do primarily in this program is that I help with your vibe, your overall essence as a woman. Now, I do have a timeline. I do give you lots of points of reference about how to follow and reconnect with the man. But the thing that I'm really trying to do here is that when we get your vibe high enough, when we can up that using some really powerful techniques, 9 times out of 10, the man will contact you before you have to do what I call a Hail Mary pass, which is when you contact him. And I have a very special method for that. It's in the ABCs to Get Him Back. So I want to start with just a quick little bedtime ritual. I have definite morning rituals and bedtime rituals for you in a lot of my programs. But this one's kind of cute. It's something I used in the ABCs to Get Him Back, and it's something that helped me. So as you all know, I'm happily married now to a wonderful man that I almost deleted his message in my inbox when I was on Match.com more than 8 years ago. I almost deleted his message because on the outside, he wasn't what I was looking for. And I'm really glad that I opened that message and I went for it. I took a leap. And my first thing I want to say is if you want something to change in your life, get ready to do something different. All right. If you want change in your life, if you want to change what is happening to you, get ready to do something different, because what you've been doing, the way you've been doing it, is keeping the status quo, is keeping everything the same. So tonight I'm going to teach you to do something different, and it's going to be kind of fun. So while he and I were apart, we had 3 different breakups. I talk about this in a lot of my videos. I talk about it online on my group page. While we were apart, it was really difficult for the both of us, but I was really heartbroken, really very sad. And one night while we were apart, I woke up and I thought I felt him in bed with me, which I get really emotional just telling you about it, because I remember that moment of thinking I felt him next to me and that deep comfort I felt immediately. And I very quickly realized that it was not him, but instead it was like this pillow I had, this certain pillow. And in the, somewhere in the middle of the night, the early hours of the morning, I just decided to pull that pillow up and snuggle with it as if it were him, as if it were the man that would become my husband. Now, that to some of you, that may sound really desperate and sad, but what it did was it made me feel better. And when you feel better, and when you can connect to that good feeling, your vibe raises. You see, you become more attractive, you feel better, you emanate this energy around you. And that's the whole thing behind law of attraction. You cannot desire something that isn't in front of you without first putting it into your mind and imagining it and creating it and getting the sensation from it and how wonderful that sensation feels. So I created what was known as my Jeffy Pillow. And I talk about my Jeffy Pillow in the ABCs to get him back, about how this pillow became something that was like a surrogate husband to me. It became a surrogate partner to me, not in all ways, but in just the purposes of having that comfort there with me at night. And in the course of this, I developed the New Man Manifesto program, which is where we have a nightly ritual. And I also teach you about this in the ABCs to get him back. They're all at my website, everheartcoaching.com, where in your nightly ritual, you develop in depth what you want your new partner to feel like. And by new partner, I mean there's the man that you were in love with who left you. And then there's the new partner. That new partner may be that man, but we have to get him from here to here, from here to here. We have to get him in your life, showing up, dating you, wanting to marry you. And right now he's like, I can't be with you. I'm over here, you see. So how do we transport him through time and space? How do we do this? You have to create him in your world. That's the whole purpose of New Man Manifesto. I teach you how to date in New Man Manifesto. I teach you my dating protocol. I teach you how to contact men online. And all of these things I teach you how to do in New Man Manifesto. But most importantly, we are creating that new man for you. And if you don't create the new man, he can still be the former man. But so often clients contact me and they go, I'm in love with this man over here, the previous man. And I said, okay, let's look at him in reality. Is he showing up? No. Is he dating you? No. Is he calling you? No. Does he love you? No. Does he want to marry you? No. So you're in love with that? That's what you're in love with? You're telling the universe, please send me a man who doesn't want me, who doesn't want to marry me, who doesn't call me and tell me he loves me. That's what you're telling the universe, you see. So I have to first disconnect you from that energy and realize this is not my dream relationship. And we have to create what it is you do want. And the first thing women say to me is, I want that man. I don't want to create a new man. I don't want a new man in my life. I've already met the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. I don't want to create a new man. And this is what you have to do. So it can start with the pillow you're sleeping with every night, an extra pillow. That is your temporary husband. That is your new partner. Get in touch with what it feels like to have that person, that partner in your life. Dream it, even if it's for just, someone mentioned Abraham. I've met Esther Hicks many times. I've loved her from the start. Years ago, I don't know how old you are, but she was actually on some late night talk shows when she used to talk in a weird and kind of different voice. Anyway, you're absolutely right. You have to create it. You have to attach good feeling to it, because I don't want you to attract the guy that has the bad feeling to it. So if you have this pillow in bed with you at night, you can snuggle up with it and you can have that comfort for, I believe Abraham says 19 seconds. If you can just connect with for 19 seconds, you begin changing the air around you. You begin changing what you're attracting and what you're doing. And I do believe just 19 seconds. And when you're in the midst, someone said 17 seconds. Thank you, Eli. And when you can do that, and let me tell you, when you're heartbroken, it's like pulling teeth to get your mood up for 17 seconds. But I want you to do it. So start with your pillow at night. Create that partnership. Just a few other tips I like to do, I tell my clients to do, is set a place at the table for your future guy. If you're eating alone, you set a place for him and have a conversation with him. What do the two of you talk about? What comes up at night? How do you feel when you're around him? How do you want to feel? You see. Now, I had a client who did that, and the first few nights she just wept and wept because she didn't have that man in front of her, but she kept doing it and he showed up. She's happily married, beautiful relationship. I see her on Instagram all the time, and I'm so happy for her. So I have a lot more rituals I can share with you in New Man Manifesto, and I believe I have a good number of them also in the ABCs to get it back, just whichever program feels more right for you, or maybe you like both of them. So I just want to share with you guys my Jeffy Pillow story and give you some inspiration. Thank you everyone for showing up. Mara, Thahava, JC, Blue Black, Eli, and thank you all for showing up tonight. Eli had wrote, Abraham says, keep your focus on what you want and why you want it and feel it. And don't think about what he's not doing if it makes you feel bad. And that's very true. You want to create conversations. You want to focus on what does feel good. Create conversations that do feel good with your partner. I used to have imaginary conversations with my partner through the shower curtain. I would be taking a shower, and this just was when I had time to practice it for that 17 seconds. And I would always talk about I was going to yoga or I'd gone to dance class or whatever it was. And he would tell me that he had been biking and had a great time. And little did I know my guy had taken up biking while we were apart. And then he came back to my life, and we actually have those actual conversations. I also manifested pretty much my wedding spot. And you can read all about it in the ABCs to get him back. I did this. My clients do it. You can do it too. You got to change it up. You got to change what you're doing if you want a new outcome. All right. You're so welcome. Action Jacqueline. Thank you so much for showing up. It's good to see you, honey. And I love you all. Good night.